What's
Welcome, 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 everybody. How are y'all doing this evening? It's been a long time, but we are back again with myself, my boy OG Truth Hurt, and another guy, Mr. Main Event himself. And we are back here to discuss another night of wrestling and to recap Backlash. Go ahead, fellas. Let them know what it is with the night.
Hey man, hey, I'm I'm rolling with you. I'm rolling with you. I done pissed off a lot of people today, so I'm just gonna roll off you. So
Why you have to do it on my time? Now I got
yeah,
everything.
yeah, you may have catch you may catch some strays. Uh, uh
Oh God.
yep, yep. I went there today.
Main
Oh
event,
man.
what you got, man? You introduce yourself or something. This man, he make my job so hard.
Well, I'm just gonna just come on out with the hot take, man. Backlash was better than night one of WrestleMania.
I agree.
100% agree.
I mean, it was only 5 matches on this card, and then you're gonna do the rundown of the matches. But
They were all good.
oh
I
man,
They were all good to me. No
A
bad match.
plus card.
All right, let's get it.
All right, so we kicked off Backlash last night. I mean Saturday night with a tag team match between Kevin Owens, Randy Orton taking on quote unquote the bloodline or the new bloodline with Tommy Tonga and and named Solo Sikoa.
You be
Um,
phone while
great
you
way.
waiting to call me.
So what?
Go ahead.
Oh, so the this started off with this match. I have to give all four performers a standing ovation. They did what needed to be done. Um, Before we really get deep dive into this, I would like to give a big shout out to Triple H for he trying to somewhat revitalize the golden days of wrestling, the attitude era of wrestling, trying to mix everything in with the newer generation. They start the match off as, supposed to be a tag team match and it turned into an absolute street fight. Probably haven't seen this in a long time. We probably haven't seen this in a long time, and it was a beautiful thing to witness. The weaponry, the tables, different spots.
You
But
think you
I
think
give
so going
I
on.
give guys credit where they did great jobs of wrestling. Like they displayed, of course, everybody likes spots, but them boys actually showed wrestling as well and did a great job of storytelling. So, it was a very, very good match and I definitely gave it, in my humble opinion, probably like I'm gonna say anywhere between an 8.5 or a 9 out of 10. What are y'all thoughts?
Well, I got to go with what you said. That started off that was a banger. I mean, I mean, it was high energy, high action from the top from the onset. Um, I mean, all four guys delivered. All four guys delivered. It you called it best, man. It was a street fight. I'm talking about. They went at it toe to toe. You saw everybody's finishing moves, and they did it, and they everybody was in sync. Nobody had to carry nobody. It was it was it was kind of poetry in motion, and as you said, trips them really giving us what we want, man. And we want to see old school wrestling. We understand this is wrestling entertainment. I get it, but hey, all four of those guys delivered well, all five of them, and I'm sure you'll get to that.
Um, yeah, we actually had a surprise helper of the match was Tonga's brother. Dang, his name is escaping me, but he actually helped the Bloodline in this matchup, and helped us secure the victory over Kevin Owens and Randy Orton. That which is now you added another member to the new Bloodline. One of the biggest aspects I like about this is we got to give Paul Heyman credit. The look of confusion on his face in desperation and fear that he has for the young blood, it kind of tailors into society, how when you look at the younger generations and how they act. So it brings a lot of fear to some older generations, not all, but some. But it was definitely like, a different feel to it. So for us, it's like long term storytelling. And when you look at the fact that you got, you know, Solo, you got the Tonga brothers and whatnot, then you still got, Jimmy Uso, you still got Roman and The Rock. So they like it's gonna be like a civil war type deal, and we're just waiting on that to come about. But like I'm loving the direction of the bloodline right now.
I'm gonna add something in. By the way, what's up? What's up, Brian? What's up, Vincent? Vincent mentioned the crowd. Let me tell you something, man. That crowd really had me. Hey, I was locked in mainly because of the crowd, man. The crowd was super fantastic over there in France, man. They got to go back over there for another pay per view, man. I mean, those people were they look, man. They sung everybody's theme song. They really didn't have a they really didn't have a particular favorite. They cheered every performer that came out there. Couple of guys got a spatter of booze, but they really the crowd in France was outstanding.
Listen, I got to give it to him. I'm a re shout out Puerto Rico from last year. I'm a shout out France this year.
Yeah.
Both 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 crowds for Backlash. Listen, man, I can't give those two countries like enough love because, like you said, one thing about wrestling events, of course, the wrestlers are going to do their job, but as a participant, a live participant, you got to do yours as well. And then when the crowd is engaged, it makes everybody else at home feel engaged. Like even I don't know what they were really saying, but every time somebody got a tooth count, they counted with them, and then there's like if they kicked out, they'll say something in French. It was beautiful.
Oh,
They
oh,
did it the whole night.
oh, I took French in school. It was un, deux, trois. Deux, trois.
So it was like I said, it was definitely a beautiful sight to see. And like you said, got to give credit and praise to the French crowd, man. They were very engaged. So with that said, to our next match, we had a triple threat match between Tiffany Stratton, Naomi, and Bailey. First of all, I would like to say all three ladies look absolutely stunning in their gear on
Oh
Saturday night.
God. Oh God.
With that being said, sir,
Uh,
but with that being said, they also put on a great performance. I've seen a little bit of Tiffany Stratton, but for her to just really get to the main roster just now and was already in a title match, and she gave off a phenomenal performance. Baby girl gonna make a name for herself. Tiffany Stratton, I'm going on a limb, but I'm already calling it. Baby girl gonna be a future WWE Hall of Fame. She
Well,
has it.
I'll say this about her, and I don't mean to cut you off. When you train by a second generation wrestler, who's probably one of the best European wrestlers of our generation. Plus, your boyfriend is a second generation wrestler. That says a lot about you as an athlete as well.
But who's her boyfriend? I don't know what boyfriend is.
A boyfriend is who we all know. Well, he's Marcel Bartel to me, but he's Axel Brown Jr. On the European circuits. He's also part of Imperium.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh,
So
which one of them?
Ludwig Kaiser.
Kaiser. Okay. All right. All right.
So, like I said, she's definitely put on a great performance. Of course, you don't doubt Bailey nor Naomi. To me, it was a phenomenal match between all three ladies. Those ladies put on a great performance. I was very, very, very impressed. I really got to give a big shout out to the women in wrestling these days. We've came a long way from what we saw
Oh yes.
back in the early days versus now. Like a lot of them were just a lot of cat fight, just let me look pretty in the ring. But these girls now, man, they give off phenomenal performances, and I'm just happy to be a part of witnessing the greatness of these ladies these days. What else y'all got on this match?
Um, I was talking with the crew the other day, and it felt like they kind of felt like Tiffany had to be carried a little bit in the match. I noticed it a little, but it wasn't very noticeable. You could see her talent. She's very athletic. I think she's a gymnast, and that really help her. Her finisher and the name of her finisher is Hall of Fame alone. Um, uh, the pe- the prettiest moonsault ever.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and the other two girls. The other two girls. It's funny because the champion Bailey, is the least athletic of the three.
Literally, because they had a spot in the match early on where Naomi sent Tiffany to the ring to the rope. And when she came back, Naomi did a split. But when Naomi did the split, like Tiffany did a cartwheel over her. So it just showed, like you said, it showed the athleticism that those women have displayed. They can display and whatnot. Like you said, Bailey is the least athletic. But the one thing I give Bailey credit for, Bailey knows how to sell. A
Yes,
lot of women now, there's some things a lot of the women do lack at in wrestling is the ability to sell, and Bailey actually knows how to sell. So to me, again, it was a phenomenal match. I love the match. Of course, Bailey did get the win to retain her women's championship, as we all figured she would. But like I said, one definitely was a great match. I gave it a 8.5 out of 10 in my humble opinion. What about you guys?
um, hey,
It's a solid eight
hey,
to me.
hey,
A solid eight.
can't go below an eight. Really? I mean, but hey, a eight is great. Eight is great. Oh, you see Brian Peoples here, LT. When you start
So
talking,
what now?
Brian Peoples giving you.
I can't see what he said. You have to put it on the screen for me to see what he says.
He said only LT, so I'm assuming he was talking when you was talking about the look.
Oh, about the ladies and they get up. I mean, well, listen. I like women. What more do you want from me?
Oh, we ain't. Hey, Brian, we ain't got to the other ladies match yet.
Oh,
Um,
if you thought that was bad, you ain't seen that yet, my boy. It might be a whole lot of brawl on this line while you playing.
yes,
But but the next matchup we have is the main event, Jay Uso taking on Damian Priest. I was trying so hard not to say bisexual Undertaker. but but we had a matchup between main event Jay Uso and Damian Priest, the WWE, the World Heavyweight Champion. I have to give credit where credit is due. I remember when watching Damian Priest and it seemed like the man couldn't really do much in the match.
Yeah.
So that's why he got thrown into the Judgment Day. And then seeing his character develop over the last couple of years, it sells a lot. The maturity in his mic skills, the maturity in the ring. And I knew he was going to, I'm going to tell you when I knew they were going to eventually put the belt on him a year ago. They gave him a match, a main event match with him and Bad Bunny, and he carried, and it looked like nobody was missing a beat in that match. And I said he will be eventually a future WWE champion. And here we are currently. He is standing at the world heavyweight champion. Great match, in my humble opinion. I will say this though about Jay. I'm gonna need Jay to find more moves in his repertoire.
Yeah.
If he give you a
I
John
love
Cena vibe, like the 5 moves of doom.
it's not even that because the thing is, Cena can actually wrestle. That's the crazy part. Cena can wrestle. It's just that watching as Cena got older, he started doing less. Understandably, I've only been wrestling for about 20 years. Listen, I can't be doing all this extra stuff. I'm 40. but,
You
but
need
like,
Steph need to
like
follow. Steph need to follow that same blueprint, but that's none of my business.
right. So with Jay, it's just like it's like somebody playing one of the old SmackDown games on PS2 and just got unlimited finishes. There's sweet chin music here, sweet chin music there, sweet chin music. Like, come on, bro. You can't super kick the whole match. Like, you just can't. Give me
Okay, so
some, some
so let me
suplexes, a German
piggyback on that
suplex.
real quick.
Go ahead, go
I
ahead.
mean, you look at the Young Bucks and how much they use the super kick. Is it overdone by Jay Uso, just like it's
Yes,
overdone by the Young Bucks?
yes,
Yes, yes.
and I like Jay Uso. I'm a huge fan
So
of
am I.
his brother. You know, but
I think like with him, like we used to. I don't understand as time goes on, certain moves do get diminished. We used to value super kicks. I mean, Shawn Michaels move was literally the sweet chin music.
yep,
Now folks are super kicking all throughout the match. Like, come on, bro.
You
I
know,
know,
I
it's
don't
how,
need.
I
Go
you
ahead,
noticed,
go ahead,
know,
man.
I noticed a
you
little
know.
strong. I noticed a little strong style from Priest, man. I was impressed with Priest in this match. He really surprised me. You know, and like you said, he done stepped his game up, man. Like and Priest can wrestle now. How
Yes.
about that?
Well, what you got to say, man, about this match?
You know, the one thing about Damian Priest that a lot of people don't understand is that he he trained with Samoa Joe. He trained in the UC for a little bit. And he's been all around the world and he's fought the best. But it just seems like the smaller wrestlers he has the most fun with. It seems like they bring out the best in them. Bad Bunny is a great example of that. And I think that the sky is still the limit, but he's at 40 years old. You know, so is it ceiling coming to a head, or does he still got a lot more left in the tank?
Well, I mean, you know, he got more days behind him than he do in front of him. It's safe to say that at 40. Um, I,
I mean, he got a point there because you got like you said, he do got more days behind him than in front of him. But I think I do think though by him, like he might have been wrestling a long time, but I think he really still got a good bit of portion in the tank for him to make a decent run. I'm not saying that he might wrestle he might not be champion the whole year, but if you could give him to either SummerSlam or Survivor Series, it depending on what story modes you could come up with. That's what I'm saying. You could really do something with that.
it's definitely a storyline forming right now with him and
In Finn Balor.
with him and Judgment Day. And I got a funny feeling the demon will return.
Which is good.
Yep, very good.
Yes.
So now with them two take, oh, of course, I'm pretty sure if anybody don't know, the end result of that match was Damian Priest winning. The next match,
Well,
man,
well, uh, due to interference that he did not want from um, from his Judgment Day brethren.
well that's true.
Yep,
Yeah, because I forgot after the match they did jump, they jumped Jay,
yep.
and he told them not to.
Well, yes,
So
Jade had
like that's yeah, that's gonna lead to a lot of more issues. Fam, y'all take over. I'm having a little technical difficulties.
Mm. So, going on from that match, I think the next match was the Kabuki Warriors and Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair.
Travis
Yes, it
got technical
was.
difficulties, so I get to lust off of Jade and Bianca. Oh man, boy, Eric, what's his name? Uh, um, the boy that went to Redan, Jade's husband, Brandon
Oh,
Phillips and
yep.
Montez Ford. They are two lucky individuals. Now that we done got off of that, and you go to hell, Brian Peoples. And now that we done got off of that, a phenomenal match. And what I loved about it, being that Jade is still new to how WWE do things, Bianca was great in
Oh my God, yes.
keeping her keeping her locked in. You could as a wrestling guy, I'm pretty sure you saw the same thing. You could see her coaching Jade through the match when they were in the ring together, and and great job by the Kabuki Warriors because
Yeah.
they really sold they really sold well in that match.
And I
What
can, the
I
one
don't know
thing.
why you really thought you gonna be able to last that long without me talking about my ladies, but I don't know what's wrong with you. But you ain't gonna get on this live and talk about Bianca and Jade and my women, and you think you gonna get away with it? We gonna fight about this, sir.
oh boy.
Okay.
Uh,
Uh, but it like you said though, Jade is still fairly new to what WWE does, so they still got to polish her up. Uh, Big shout out to the Kabuki Warriors for doing their parts, and like you said, and having Bianca carry the match for the most part. So it definitely says a lot about the situation. I think the most impressive spot in that match was watching Jade. I don't know how she did it. Like Charlotte literally just like had Charlotte on her shoulders in the power bomb position, flipped her around while on her shoulders,
wow.
turned, picked her up and caught her midair, set her up for her finisher, and did her finisher. And it was like, dang, she did all that with a
Just
person,
because.
like
Just because.
Jesus.
Like the old
Just
head
because
say,
she could.
that girl country strong.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It I was wet, but it's just
Oh
me.
look, man. Main event, you gotta excuse my little brother here. He's nasty. He's very nasty.
But you know
I'm
what?
sorry. I was
I watched that back, and I'm like, damn, this has got Mega Powers vibes written all
Yep,
over it.
it do.
Like the whole story is written
Yep, it
right before WrestleMania in Las Vegas
I
and
can't
WrestleMania
lie.
49.
This probably gonna be part of the best women tag team runs of all time. You got two beautiful black women, but like they are both athletic, they are both strong, they are both chiseled. Like this is probably gonna be one of the greatest runs we've ever seen.
So which one's Bret Hart? Which one's Jim Neidhart?
You said which one's what?
Which one's Bret Hart? Which one's Jim Neidhart?
I
Because
guess the
both of them
question.
told a great story on Saturday night.
You know what? I guess you gotta ask which one is Hulk Hogan and which one is
Macho
Macho
Man.
Macho Man
Yep.
with the mega powers reference.
I'm gonna
Mhm.
look at if you saying it like that, then Bianca's definitely Hulk Hogan. Cause listen, we had a fan that was highly upset because it got to the point that Bianca would put up they got to call her Bianca Cena because she wasn't losing matches. and,
See, that's
and
so
listen,
wrong. That's
and
so
people,
wrong. But Bianca puts people over just as much as more than Cena and Hogan ever did.
I mean but that's true. But the reason why I'm saying what I'm saying because like a lot of folks was highly upset with Baby Girl having like she held the title for a year. Some folks wanted Oscar to win and a couple of matches that they had, but I mean, you got to look at it like I mean, don't get me wrong. Oscar don't really care. She pretty much done did pretty much everything she could possibly do in WWE
Man, do
already.
you know how old Oscar is for real?
She's in her 40s.
Yeah. But she looks better and better every year. It's like her and Miko. If you ever watch Miko Satomura wrestle, and you watch her and Kairi Sane wrestle as individuals, those are some great individual wrestlers. And for them to put them together, the four of them in the same ring together, I, bruh, I was in wrestling heaven because me being a stand back, a go back to the 80s and 90s kind of guy. Oh, I loved it. I loved it. It had jumping bomb angels and uh and glamour girls written all over it.
I was in wrestling heaven as well, but different reasons. Hey,
Don't
look.
you start.
Oh,
Don't you start.
the Kabuki Warrior girls now. They can. They can.
I ain't
I ain't
gonna
gonna
lie.
say it.
I do love me some Oscars. I ain't gonna lie to you. I do. I follow her. I follow her Instagram and YouTube page. But to the next match and the final match of the night of that night will be them Georgia boys. AJ Styles hailing from is it Gainesville? Yeah,
Yeah,
Gainesville,
Gainesville,
Georgia,
Georgia, Johnson High School.
and
Lassiter
Cody
High.
Rhodes from Atlanta, Georgia. Let me tell
Lassiter,
y'all something.
Lassiter High School.
Last of the high school.
Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. When I say wrestling, that's what I'm talking about. Some wrestling. There was some wrestling going on that night.
Yes, sir.
There was some
Yes,
wrestling
Lord.
going on that night, boy.
Yes, Lord.
When I see they said AJ Styles versus Cody Rhodes, I said, "Ooh, we finna get some wrestling going on.
Yep.
We got two Georgia born and bred boys, and they showed y'all how we get down here,
Yes,
player.
Lord.
Yep.
They
Yes,
showed y'all
Lord.
how we get down here. Like, but those boys didn't leave. They didn't spare nothing. They left nothing to chance. When I say wrestling, people, I do mean wrestling was taking place
Let me
in
let
that
me
ring.
let me just say it like this. They took it back to the NWA Wild Side days. I remember the NWA Wild Side
Yeah.
when they
Mm-hmm.
used to do that center stage every Saturday and Sunday night. They took it back to that. I mean, the spots were dead on. I mean that match could have that match, boy. It
Listen, uh,
if that
uh,
match was a Black Eyed Porn movie, that would be in the Hall of Fame.
I'm gonna tell you something too. As a footnote, there were two firsts in that match. We just mentioned it. The first time two Georgia boys ever was a main event at
Mm-hmm.
at a premium live event. And congratulations go out to the referee, the female referee. I forget her
Just so
name,
far.
but she is the first female to um, referee a main event championship match.
Mm-hmm.
Kudos, kudos to that young lady.
Just so far.
Just
Yeah, just the car got it.
I
Go ahead, I'm
got to
sorry.
give. I'm just saying. Listen, man. What Trips and Sean doing for WWE is you as a if it's not a better time to be a wrestling fan than what it is now. They have made. I mean, there's no knock to other promotions. People know about wrestling, but everybody not diehard fans. People just knew from the WCW days, the WWF days. You know, they knew about Stone Cold, Rock, because you know those were the names and whatnot. But now, like, if you talking about casuals that used to watch back then, a lot of folks are starting to come back due
Yeah.
to the product that people that what Sean and Trips are doing. So I have to give those guys big shout out for what they're doing. They made wrestling cool again. It
Yeah.
You
got
know,
people that have not watched probably since their youth back into watching wrestling again. It's just that great right now.
well, I'm gonna piggyback on that, and I'm on 1,000% agree with you on that. And here's my take on it. When I started watching wrestling again, is when I started watching NST, and he made NST a super indie, and that's basically what NST is and always will be to me. It was a super indie that he made wrestling cool again. He brought in wrestlers that you would never have seen. You would never seen the Ricochets. You would never seen the Adam Coles, the the Kyle O'Reilly, the guys like that. You would never seen them unless NXT was around. And that's what I love about Triple H. He gave those guys opportunities, and they flourished everywhere else, but they need to come back home.
And something else he's doing. He's sprinkling in just a little bit of some veteran talent to go over there to NXT to do a couple of things. You know, sharpen they, sharpen their sword on their game, and they help out the new talent. 'Cause NXT got some real good
Yeah,
talent on the
yeah.
men's side and the women's side. And to piggyback what LaTravis was saying, along with Triple H and Shawn, you got minds like Paul Heyman around. You got vets like CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, who's helping. Um, and I'm leaving off a few
The
people.
Tyler Bates of the world.
I'm gonna give
Tyler
I'm gonna
Bates is
give
training.
I'm gonna give some love to some like one of the production guys, Bobby Roode, because
Bobby.
he do a good job coordinating some of these matches. Like but they got an all star team in that back right now, and everybody is doing their job, and they're giving everybody an opportunity. They're
Yep.
not just doing cash grabs or anything like that. They're giving everybody an opportunity. The fact that I mean, don't get me wrong, we understand the legacy of a Rock. You know what I'm saying? Half black, half Samoan, this, that, and the third.
Yeah. They,
But the way Sean has done his due diligence by promoting black male wrestlers, I've never seen it.
Boy,
Like, listen, if we're being honest, if you talk about superstar power in the company as a whole, Trick Williams possibly top three right now.
oh yeah.
oh
Now he's
yeah,
hot. He's super. He is super hot. I want them to push his girl too, because another.
Lash,
Last Legend is she's one that can be a megastar.
Yeah, she can. She got everything. She got the tools. She got the look. Lord, she got the look.
She
Oh
a 5'2" woman.
yeah,
She got the look. She got the voice.
she
She
got
I
got
mic.
mean,
the skill. And she got the heart for it.
she played in the WNBA. She got something.
Yeah, I mean, she got skill. She got heart.
Westlake High School, baby. South Side, baby. South Side, best side.
Hey, can I give a shout out to one other person in that back room?
Who?
I want y'all to understand why I say Tyson Kidd. Why I'm giving my shout out to Tyson
Oh,
Kidd.
Yep.
Those women. He produces all the women's matches, both on SmackDown and Raw. This man is top notch.
And
I
his
yes.
wife
mean,
and his wife is helping out tremendously too. Natty is great. She is great, and I think that Natty is pretty much back there in the back at NXT.
mhm. I mean,
Yeah.
locker room personalities like Bailey, Natty. I mean, you can even throw in um, you can even throw in the other champion, Rhea Ripley. She also has become a great leader in the back room.
And
I
she's
mean, Tyler Bates is another guy.
yeah,
I think what I like about this, because everybody know you. wrestling is, quote unquote, ain't what people want it to be or whatever. It fake, if you will, quotation marks around it. But it shows that it's a real brother and sisterhood in that locker room. These
Yeah.
folks take pictures together, they do TikToks together. You know what I'm saying? Like they is genuine love with everybody in the back. So
Yep.
everybody want to see somebody succeed at a point. That's why you don't mind. You don't like. Bailey didn't mind taking the back seat for a couple years, even though she started Damage Control. She didn't mind having Io Sky and others take the reign and be the front runners, and then they finally give her due diligence of it. She don't
Yeah,
like
give her
other.
time.
You know what I'm saying? No, like Roman didn't mind, even though folks, like Roman didn't mind doing what he did with the bloodline situation for a couple of years because he literally made everybody at one point the hottest they ever been in their career. Like, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? Look what he did with Sammy those few months that he was with the bloodline. Like Sammy was smoking hot
Yeah.
those few months. You know what I'm saying? Like these guys genuinely like each other. And these people really genuinely like each other, and they're cool with each other, and they want to see everybody succeed at a point in the bloodline. Like even when after the match when Cody beat Roman, you know what I'm saying? He like you could if you caught it, you could see the smile on his face while Cody was pinning him because
Mm-hmm.
it was a great moment. You know what I'm saying? Like these folks don't mind putting people over because they know it's better things to come from that, and it's good that they are trying to they pushing some of the veterans to NXT to
You
get their
know
young
what that's
stars from
called?
it.
You know what that's called?
What?
Making money.
And let me tell you something. Joe, and I'm gonna call him Joe.
And why?
J-
Yeah,
Joe put his ego and he put his personal shit to the side because guess what? The night he lost to Cody was Rosie's birthday,
Mm-hmm.
his brother's birthday, his deceased brother. You fact check?
damn, that's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was his
I didn't
brother's.
realize that till after the match when it was said, when Triple H said it, you know, in the post match.
I mean, but you know what? But that goes to show you the type of person that Roman is. I mean, but I guess he realized at a point he realized at a point that he became bigger than the title. He didn't need it no more. He became bigger than the title. See, that what made the Attitude Era so great at a point because a lot of the guys didn't need the title for the name. They were bigger than the title. That's why, like at one point, Rock and Austin went so long without having it. They didn't need it. The
Yeah,
title was for everybody.
Yeah,
Like the title was for like they
agreed.
gave it. They let Kurt have it because he needed to get his name up there. He had the ability, but he needed the star power, and he needed people to believe in him as a wrestler. But they, as far as saying Austin and Rock, they didn't need that title because they were bigger than the title. Same with Roman. He don't need the title. He was bigger than the title. So now it's up to Cody to try to keep the prestige of the title during his run. So far, so good. For the first month of him having it, it's been pretty decent. You got him and AJ had one of the best matches of the year already, and you continue to win that match, and you continue on with what you got going next. So, like I said,
I
man,
think
is
Nelson gave it a 5.5 stars.
they gave it what?
5.5 stars.
Dang, I thought they could go up to five. Like, how you get the half in there?
I mean, he's given 6 stars to matches before, and he's given 1 7-star match, and that was a match including Kenny Omega and Jay White, the
Oh,
Switchblade.
okay.
So he's given out some 7 stars in the past.
So like I said, right now wrestling is at an all time high. It got casual people back into watching. Like you see how it was during WrestleMania, the build up to WrestleMania. It was folks that was like, bro, I ain't watched wrestling in Lord knows how long, and I don't bought Peacock just to watch WrestleMania. So it lets you know, like, it's getting folks back into it, and the love of wrestling is back again. So now here we are going from barely watching or to watching maybe a couple pay per views out the year to now we're back to watching Monday Night Raw and Friday Night SmackDowns on a weekly basis. Great time to be a wrestling fan right now, people. Enjoy it.
And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna piggyback off what you just said right there. The last three WrestleManias have been the best three WrestleManias back to back to back since I would say 11, 12, 13, or 12, 13, 14.
Can't
That
argue.
first 6, 7, and 8.
I won't argue it.
I won't argue it either.
Yeah. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we got to wrap it up. What's our next? What's our next PLE? Is it Money in the Bank?
King of the
Shoot.
Ring in Jeddah.
Oh, King of the Ring. That's right. King of the Ring.
Yeah, cause they starting the matches off because you got King and Queen of the Ring. Shout out to the production crew again. We finally letting the women's get they just doing this joint too. So it ain't gonna be just King of the Ring, fellas. People, it's gonna be
Well, you know
Queen of
there
the
was
Ring
a
as
Queen of
well.
the Ring as well. Selena won the first one. Was called the
Oh,
Queen's Court, some crap like that. That it didn't
Uh,
make any sense.
okay.
any prediction? Any early predictions on who's gonna win King of the Ring?
Ricochet,
Mm. You said who?
Ricochet.
You who you got, Travis?
You know what? I'm gonna side with main event on that because I think they're gonna eventually give Ricochet his just due too for what he
Me,
does with the company. I think it's about time for to give Ricochet his just due as well.
me and OG had this conversation Thursday about Ricochet. Ricochet has won 5 titles in WWE, both in SC and WWE and on the main roster. He's yet to kiss that world championship. I think this is a catalyst right here.
Uh-oh. Hot take. I'm gonna go Gunther.
Yeah,
That makes
that's the
sense. That's
final.
a that's a good that's a good pick.
That's
That's a
the
good
final
pick.
right there.
Mmm, mmm, Gunther and Ricochet in the final. Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh that got money written all over that.
Yeah,
Yes,
Gunther gonna get a wrestling lesson. He would have to win that match with power. Uh,
but Gunther can wrestle anybody. He is this generation Samoa Joe.
okay. Okay. All right, y'all. We wrapping it up. Final word uh, from the crew.
Hey people, like I said, we in a great time of being wrestling fans right now. Enjoy it, man. Enjoy it, embrace it, and enjoy it. I'm begging y'all to enjoy it because we haven't had this much fun in wrestling, especially when it comes to WWE product in well over a decade and a half. So enjoy it.
Almost second those emotions because me being a wrestling fan of the territories, that was my time. Now getting back into this time here, this modern time, man, you said a mouthful just then, and I totally 1,000% agree.
I've already uh, um, I've already spoken with Brandon and Montez and Bianca and Jade. They invited to my birthday party, all white party, August 10th, baby. Look here, we always seek and speak the truth, the whole truth,
I know where you
and
live.
nothing
Don't worry
but
about it.
the
Don't worry about it. I know where you live. When y'all see him come up missing, you know why.
we go.
Y'all take it easy, man. Love y'all.
Yes,